I walked 2.7 million steps this year. And honestly, that's not the only interesting part. 2025 was the year I stopped waiting for the perfect moment and I just started. Started moving, started learning, started taking up spaces in the rooms I used to feel too small for. And I want to walk you through what that actually looked like. Not the highlighted reels, but the real thing. Let's start with the body. 2.7 million steps. That's roughly 1532 kilometers. I counted that on Google Fit. I wasn't trying to break any records. I was just trying to be more active and move every single day. Some days that meant 15,000 or more steps. Other days I barely make up for 5,000 steps. But I showed up. I showed up daily. In May, I joined gym, and here's the thing: I didn't go there every single day. I didn't transform into someone who lives and breathes the weight room. I went 3 times a week, sometimes four, and when I traveled, I was not even doing any sort of exercises. That's it. No drama, no all or nothing mentality, just consistency over months, and it built something that I didn't expect: trust. Trust in myself that I could commit to something without it consuming me. I hiked a few times last year, moved outdoors when I could, nothing Instagram worthy, just fresh air and chilling out. The biggest shift wasn't physical, it was mental. I stopped seeing fitness as this thing that I had to conquer and started seeing it as something I just do every day, just like I brush my teeth every day, the same way. Now let's talk about food. I didn't go on a diet. I didn't cut on entire food groups or start weighing chicken breasts. I, s- I just ate less junk, ordered out less, cooked more at home. I focused on protein, not obsessively but intentionally. Less fried foods, less heavy oils, more nuts, fish, eggs, and the real food. My weight stayed pretty much the same all year. And do you know what? I felt like I win because for the first time I wasn't chasing some number on a scale. I was chasing energy, clarity. Uh, I was feeling good in my own skin. Sustainability over perfection, that was the game. Now, coming to the learning part, what I learned in 2025. I have been always curious, but this year I actually acted on it. I completed few of the courses on AI fundamentals, blah blah, etc. I deep dive into some of the UX principle. I finished the McKinsey Forward program, which by the way challenged me in a way I didn't see are coming. But here is where it got interesting. I didn't just consume information; I built things. I started creating AI generated videos, experimented with multiple tools, not just ChatGPT. I used Claude, uh, Grok, Perplexity, Emergent, and many more. Breaking them, figuring out and how to build things, how to build a personal portfolio, etc. I built my own personal portfolio website using Emergent, and basically it's just a trial and error until it worked. It's not that perfect, but it's fine. uh, every course, every experiment, every late night wait, what if I try this? It all compounded until day before yesterday, on 31st of December. I wasn't learning on checkboxes. I was learning because I genuinely curious about where technology and creativity intersect. And that curiosity, it kept me going when things got hard. Which brings me back to work. This year, I got promoted at my work. Not because I asked for it, not because I played politics, but because I had been putting in the work quietly, consistently, and many people noticed it. With that promotion came new responsibilities. I started mentoring people. I started taking interviews, contributing to some of the sales proposals that actually mattered. And honestly, that shift from do the work to lead the work was uncomfortable at first. I had to learn how to take up space, how to trust your own judgment, how to guide others without pretending I have all the answers. Some days I felt like an imposter, other days I felt like I had finally found my footing. The truth is probably somewhere in between, and I'm learning to be okay with that. But let's zoom out of for a second because work and gym session don't tell the whole story. I spent more time with my son this year, not just physically present, but actually there. Present there, listening, playing with him, building things together, etc. I took him to multiple hike, uh, and we traveled to some of the mountain places, and they were not huge trips, just enough to break the routine, to remind myself that there is a world outside my daily routine. And I did something I had been avoiding for years. I tracked my expenses, every single rupee, every purchases. So here's the reflection part. Was 2025 a perfect year for me? No. There were weeks where I felt stuck, absolutely. Did I have moment where I questioned if I was doing enough, being enough, growing enough? Yes, every single month. But here's what I'm taking with me. Progress isn't linear. Growth doesn't always feel like growth when you are in it, right? Sometimes it's just showing up on the days you don't want to. Sometimes it's choosing the boring, unsexy, consistent option over and over again. Sometimes it's letting go of who you thought would be and making peace with who you actually are. This year taught me that resilience isn't about never failing, it's about getting back with a little more wisdom, little less judgment, and a lot more grace for yourself. Now, looking ahead to 2026, I'm not making grand declarations, I'm not reinventing myself, I'm just continuing to move, continuing to learn, continuing to show up for the people and the work that matter. And maybe that's the whole point. Growth isn't always loud, sometimes it's just the quiet accumulation of good days, hard lessons, and small wins that nobody sees. So here's 2026, two more steps, more experiments, more moments that matter. And to anyone watching this, if you are made this far, thank you really. I hope this year you give yourself permission to grow at your own pace, to stumble, to keep going anyway, because that's where the real stuff happens.